Sup Squares, welcome to episode 18 of my Wonder Wheel series, where we spin the wheel and let the wheel decide what game I'll play that's available on the Nintendo Switch Online. Today we have Earthworm Jim. It was originally released in 1994, simultaneously on the Super Nintendo and Genesis. The version I'm playing is the Genesis version. That's what was available on the Switch Online. So for my initial my history with the series, I've never played an Earthworm Jim game before, so this is going to be for the first one, which is fitting. It's actually the first Earthworm Jim. So for my initial reaction of the game, I thought this game was pretty good. So start with the plot. I'm not exactly sure what the plot is, because you're kind of tossed into the game without a lot of exposition or explanation of why you're even playing as this character, going through these weird areas. A level based on hell, a level based on a planet. I guess you're going from planet to planet, I guess. Either way. Yeah, so it's not really much of a plot. You just go from level to level and get to the end of the game. There was really not a lot of plot I was able to get out of what I played, so unfortunately I didn't finish the game, so that may be partly why, but we'll get into why I didn't complete the game later. So as far as gameplay, it's a side-scrolling platformer. Simple controls: you have a gun to shoot, run, jump. Your typical standard platformer. Earthworm Jim, he can use his head as a whip, and he can shoot his gun. That's about the extent of his powers. So we'll start off with the level design, just the levels themselves. I thought they were pretty creative. Again, it's I guess you're going from planet to planet, being there's like a space section you have to fly through to go to planet, I guess. The only issues I have with the level design per se is there are some parts in the level where I would get lost and have to find out what to do, because sometimes you would have a switch kind of like in the background that I didn't realize was a switch. So it was kind of confusing in that kind of way. And then the other thing that also really confused me was there's like gems that like you have to walk across. You kind of like make them spin, so you like use them like an elevator or transport. I had to figure that out by searching it. I didn't know what they were for. I didn't realize you had to stand on them and walk in place in order to use them. I thought it was somewhat confusing. And then for the flying sections, when you're like going from planet to planet, I thought that was kind of confusing too, because the very first time I played it, I thought I had to dodge everything with the bubbles and the rocks. So I ended up losing to whoever you're racing the first time. The second time I played it, I got what they were trying to get me to do, was collect the bubbles and get your speed boost and stuff and actually win the race. So that, and then onto the bosses. I thought most of the bosses were actually pretty creative too. The game, they changed the variety of the gameplay a little bit. I know there's the one boss, like you're being strung down on like a rope or something, and you had to keep like bumping him to get him to fall off the rope or break his rope, and for him breaking yours. The very first boss I thought was pretty interesting too. I mean, it's pretty simple, but I thought it was still creative. You have to hit the cardboard box on the spring and to hit him. So I thought the bosses were pretty creative in this game. The one thing I want to say about this game that I found pretty funny. So if you're into that Ed and Eddie type of humor from Cartoon Network, the weird noises and the funny sound effects and bodily functions happening on screen. Bodily sounds. Whatever. It's definitely the game for you. It has plenty of that. It's definitely a 90s game. The 90s was all about, gross out humor and stuff like that. So this game fits right in with the 90s. Yeah, I think some of the sound bites they use for the game is pretty funny, especially Earthworm Jim. Some of the stuff he says like groovy and oh Nelly when he gets grabbed or whatever. I thought it's pretty funny. So as far as difficulty, I thought this game at times could be kind of difficult. Again, trying to figure out exactly what to do. The hardest part I found in the game so far was the water tubes. Like, there's a point in the game where you get into the ship underwater and you have to like almost have to exactly make it through the maze without getting hit too much and bursting the ship. Yeah, so yeah, it's a sort of difficult game. But once you get used to it, I think it kind of lightens up a little bit in difficulty. So any gripes with the game? So I think this is more a personal gripe than an actual gripe against the game. Again, I think the game was great, but for some reason I kind of hit a wall with the game. Like, I didn't feel like I wanted to finish the game. I don't know what it was. I felt like maybe I got my time out of it, and I just didn't feel like continuing. I just stopped playing it. I didn't feel like continuing. I didn't feel like finishing the game. You know, Ninja Gaiden was difficult, very difficult, but I felt compelled to finish the game still. As with this game, I didn't really feel compelled to finish it. I didn't care to. Again, that's not an indictment on the game. That's just a personal preference. I just felt like I didn't want to finish the game. I didn't care to. And then the other gripe was just sometimes it's kind of difficult to figure out what to do exactly with sometimes the switches or whatever for doors or whatever being kind of like part of the background. So you couldn't tell what was like in the background, actually part of the background. It's kind of difficult sometimes. But other than that, again, great game. So yeah, once at a verdict, I definitely give this game an 8 out of 10. And then as far as ranking it, I'm definitely giving it an A. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and stay square.
I